Hey everybody, Fish Whisperer here, Northern Ontario Fishing Forum. Today I'm going to show you how I smoke most of the fish that I catch. I've only been doing this for a little bit, but I finally came up with a recipe that I like and my friends and family like, so I thought I'd share it with you because it's actually very simple. So, a few key ingredients that I have. First of all, I've got fish. I'm just thawing out my fish right here. I just caught it a few days ago, but I froze it as I was gone away for the weekend. So I've got some lake trout and I've got some nice smallmouth bass that we're gonna smoke. So the base of this marinade, I marinate my fish for 24 hours. I think this is the key. It's one of the key things to smoking, to getting a good smoked fish. And it's a very simple recipe with a few little twists. So the first thing, in a large bowl, and this is all by taste, so I actually have no measurements, kind of roughing it just a bit here. But the main ingredient for the base here is soy sauce. So in a bowl, I'm going to put about maybe, let's say 2 cups, because I've got a good fair bit amount of fish to marinate. So we'll go about 2 cups. Again, we're just eyeing this, right? So there's about 2 cups, I guess. Good 2 tablespoons of heaping brown sugar. Or better yet, 2 heaping tablespoons of brown sugar. Throw that in there and give that a good mix. Because the brown sugar does take a bit to break down. That's just going to sweeten up the soy sauce just a bit. Vanilla extract. Now I have some homemade vanilla extract that was given to me that I'm using right now. But you can just go to the store and just get regular vanilla extract. I figure about maybe 2 to 3 teaspoons. Okay? Salt and pepper. Maybe a teaspoon of each. After that, 2 heaping tablespoons of minced garlic. I just buy the store-bought minced garlic. So again, 2 big, huge tablespoons of minced garlic. Okay? Give that another mix. Last but not least, Maxwell House instant coffee. I'm sure you can use any instant coffee, but right now I'm using Maxwell House because that's what I have in my house. This is what's going to give it a very unique flavor. So 2 to 3 tablespoons of instant coffee. Give that a good stir in. I got my bass and my lake trout here, it's all thawed out. So again, just going to give this another quick stir. You just pour it all into a Ziploc bag. Make sure you get all that juicy goodness out of there. Squeeze out as much air as you can. Perfect. Every once in a while I'll flip this when it's in the fridge. I'll just flip it over to one side, usually twice. Let it sit for 24 hours and then get your smoker ready. Throw it on the smoker, which is going to be next. So stay tuned. We'll be outside and we'll be smoking. Alright, so the next step is to get our smoker ready for smoking. Now I bought my smoker at Lowe's. It's just one of those green ones. It's $79.99 and now it's on sale for $55. It's August, so if you can get it cheap, go for it. I find $79.99 is very inexpensive, so it does the trick. What I liked about this smoker is it came in several different parts, as you can see here. So one, you've got the charcoal tray, okay, and then you got the main section, okay, which has a couple of shelves in there. One is for your water tray, which is very important when having a smoker. You want a water tray because this is what keeps it your meat hydrated. And then it's got 2 racks that I can put in here to smoke my meat, and of course the lid. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to get our charcoal ready. I use the Royal Oak mini lights, and what I like about these is that you can just basically give them a light. They're already pre-soaked in an igniter, lighter fluid type fashion. So basically what you want to do is you just let this burn off and get down to some hot coals, and then we'll throw everything on top and we'll throw our meat on there. So make sure you keep a close eye on this as it burns. You don't want to leave it unattended and burn down your house, and then really, no matter how good your smoked fish is, it's not going to be as good as it tasted before you burn down the house. So we'll be back and we'll get the next stage going. Alright, now the next step is to get our smoker ready for smoking. So first thing you want to do is you want to put the water tray in. Make sure you, I just put water in it, fill it up with water. That just sits on the very first shelf, the very first bracket of your smoker. After that, I like to put tin foil around my grate, just because I find the openings pretty wide, and with fish that has no skin, it gets a little tricky. So I actually put tin foil around that, and then I like to use some Pam. Give that a good spray so your fish doesn't stick. Now the next step is to check on your coals to see how they're doing. Alright, now that our coals are nice and hot and all the igniter fluid's burned off, the next thing we want to do is we want to put our wood pellets on so we can get them smoking. Now I just have a nice steel box that I bought at Canadian Tire. I use these are sugar maple wood pellets, and the trick with this is this box comes with a whole bunch of holes. But what you want to do is if you're using a box or if you're using a tin foil packet, when you wrap everything up, either your wood chips or your pellets, only poke one hole into the bag or into the box, because the less oxygen you get into the pellets or the wood chips, the longer it'll smolder and burn. And you will be very, very surprised on how much smoke comes out of this one little hole. So if you buy a box like this one here that has about 6 holes into it, I just duct tin foil over it and poke 1 hole. So basically what we're doing is just going to put this on top of the coals, put your smoker butt together. Once it starts smoking, then we're going to put our fish on there and we're going to wait an hour. So we'll just stick that on there. It's nice and hot. And then we'll get the rest of the let's get the rest of the smoker together. Okay, you can see now that our smoker is definitely smoking. One thing I'll mention is that as soon as you get close to a smoker, you're going to smell like smoke. Let's take our fish out, start laying it down. As you can see, it's very, very, very dark. Remember how I said it was going to be very dark? That's because that marinade has penetrated right into the fish, which is what we want. Lots of fish here. Just spread it out so it all lies flat. That is the last bit of it. Alright, so just make sure this is all evenly spaced. It's lying flat. Nothing's overlapping. Put your lid on. Now you want to wait an hour. Come back, take it off, you're good to go. Still smoking. Another half an hour. Alright, it's been an hour. Let's see how the fish looks. Oh yeah. Does that look good? Well, that's it folks. That's how I smoke my fish. After that, I'm going to eat a bit and vacuum seal a bit and give some to friends, but let's just try. Oh man, that looks so good. Oh man. That's delicious. That's my recipe. Hope you try it out. Hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And until next time, I'll see you on the Northern Ontario Fishing Forum.